Shalador found you. Good to see you again. I've deciphered the spell inside the book. Are you prepared for Sheogorath's first test? Excellent. It's been fascinating to work with Shalador. Even though he can't read the book, he's been an invaluable resource. I had to decipher layers upon layers of meaning hidden within the tome. Yes, speak with the Archmage. He's meditating on the challenges ahead. I'm still somewhat drained from my effort, so he'll open the portals to the Shivering Isles for you. Auriel, watch your steps. I'm very excited about this project. Shalador's sanctuary would be a boon to every mage in Tamriel. Even Guildmaster Vanus approves of our work here. I'm so glad you asked. On the surface, it's a simple book of nursery stories from the Dunmerland of Stonefalls, but that's just on the surface. So much more. Each story has hidden meanings, clever references to arcane lore, twisting and turning into the depths of history. It was fascinating to fully unlock the secrets of the book. Sheogorath may be a madman, but he's also a genius. Not much. We tried to scry into oblivion to get a sense of the place. I couldn't see anything, but I was swept up in a strong sense of homesickness. I came of age where most high elves do, the beautiful green shores of the Somerset Isles. I often think of the pink petals and soft breezes of my homeland. I'm not sure why those memories return to me today, though. Of course, Adept. While investigating some ruins for me, you caught the notice of Archmage Shalador, ancient patron of mages everywhere. We're working with him to complete the mad god Sheogorath's trials and recover Shalador's lost sanctuary. Ivea, it's called. In ages past, it was an island in the Somerset Isles. Set aside for mages from across Tamriel, Shalador worked tirelessly to make it a sanctuary, and just barely escaped when Sheogorath claimed it. He still won't tell me what happened. I gather there was some kind of bargain between them and Sheogorath came out the better.
The brazier is ready. Velost prepared it precisely, according to my instructions, of course. We're having trouble opening a portal directly there, so we created this anchor to help us. Some trickery of Sheogorath's, no doubt. The next time around, I'm sure this won't be an issue.
Ah, right on time. Welcome back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. My lord seems to derive amusement from my annoyance. You are here to retrieve a tome for that Shalador person, correct? Just a moment, mortal. Lord Sheogorath asks that you perform a task first, to prove your competence. He claims to have misplaced a pair of items you must recover. A fork and a staff. Please do try to be quick. My lord enjoys making me wait, but he's not very patient himself. I've opened a portal for your convenience. It should lead you directly to the fork. I'd say at your leisure, mortal, but I expect I have more time ahead of me than you do. It's an heirloom. My lord is quite fond of it. Has a bit of magic around it too, I think. I don't know. I don't question Lord Sheogorath. The fork excites and synergizes magicka around it. When held in the hand of someone more notable than yourself, it can produce dramatic results. In your hand, it might be suitable for conveying roast beef to your mouth. My lord is certain he lost his utensil somewhere in Skyrim. It was during a visit to his friend Korthor in Vuldengrav. That was during the Merethic era, I believe. My lord visited with Korthor a very, very, very long time ago. Really? What do they teach mortals these days?
I overheard. He's sending you back to Tamriel. My power is bound within Sheogorath's realm, but I'm at my full power on Nirn. I will be at your side. This place is known as Voldengrav, the final resting place of Kortor, the Dragon Priest. Tread carefully. Where there are dragon priests, there are sure to be Draugr. No, not to Voldengrav. But Skyrim is littered with ruins like this. Leftovers from the age when dragons and their priests ruled my people. In my younger days, adventuring across the holds, I plundered many of these dank little tombs. You never forget that smell. A dragon priest's tomb. Look at the treasures he's collected. Perhaps the fork is here as well. Old Kortor's set up an ice barrier. This place is known as That chest. Perhaps the fork is in there.
You dare steal from me, Grith, Bok, and Kryn.
Ah, Kortor's
My
awake.
priests will make quick work of you. Laft Dinoki.
The shadows move, Adept. Watch yourself. Eyes to the sky. Another group.
Worthless. No matter. Come, face me yourselves.
There. The ice barrier is down. We can get through.
Ah, there you are. The fork is mine. You shall not have it, dear noob. Strike now!
Come, mortal. Let's not waste time, shall we? I see you have the fork. Competently done. Impressive, even. Now, for the staff. When last we spoke, my lord recalled the discomfort of desert sand. I believe it lies somewhere within Hammerfell, in the dry and decayed hands of Prince Malil. Prince Malil Alakir, the Sith of Yokuda, a formidable warrior in his day. That was over 1,000 years ago, but still.
I should also be able to join you in Hammerfell. Here in Tamriel, Sheogorath has no power to contain me.
If you please, I haven't all day to keep this portal open. Well, I do really, but I don't want to.
As I expected, another resting place for the dead. Sheogorath has a sick sense of humor. This is the necropolis, Asakala, the resting place of Prince Malil, also known as the Scythe of Yokuda. The prince's underlings were clever. They crafted magical seals to guard his resting place. Observe the Yokudan statues. Each bears a crystal in the helm and a seal at the base. The essences you see swirling around in the air here, their energy can be used to unlock those keystones. Here, I can grant an aura that will allow you to capture the essences as they pass through you. Collect as many of the small ones as you can. They should unlock these scarab seals on the statues nearby. I'll need to consider the other two. This place is incredible. The ancient Redguards were a noble and accomplished people. What can I tell you, Adept? Alakir is under attack. A necromantic cult has disrupted the normal ebb and flow of life and death. The dead that once served Malil are now away into his tomb. You need only to be near them to collect them. My spell will keep the essence tied to you until you're ready to deposit it within the statue. Just remember, you'll only be able to collect 4 at a time. Beneath the statues lie buried the dead of Prince Malil's armies. Their essences have bubbled up from beneath the sands, released by the dangers threatening Alakir today. Just so, Adept. The lesser essences you see before you will empower the statues with the orange and green crystals. The statues near the entrance to this complex. I need to consider how we'll empower those two rear statues. What sort of archmage would I be if I didn't? I spent my mortal life seeking knowledge of all things, not just magic. Yokuden, or as you know them, Redguard, culture is no exception. If Valast was here, I'm sure she could tell you the same. Have the essences. Imbue them into one of the scarab seals.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Good. Now to collect 4 more. Final 4. Imbue them into the other seal.
You'll never best my generals.
For such a superstitious, mage-hating people, this place is a work of art. Have you observed the sand barriers on those passages in the canyon walls? I suspect the prince's generals may be waiting within. Their essences would no doubt be more than enough to activate the other 2 statues. Very simple, Adept. The seals at the basis of those statues show a scorpion and a spider. Those were the spirit totems claimed by Malil's chief generals, Sadina and Rashomta.
You'll never reach Malil.
Sadina's statue should have the scorpion seal at its base.
A lucky feat, mortal. The staff is still mine.
My life for Malil.
Rashomta's statue will be marked with the spider seal. Crystals hum with power. Go to the center. You should find the key to Prince Malil's tomb there.
You dare open my tomb? Come then, and feel the scythe's blade! insect! You will never hold the staff! Never! The staff is mine!
I'd guess Haskell will be waiting outside. Let's go.
Another successful retrieval, I see. Very well, then. I've instructions to have you return to the Isles. My lord would have a word with you.
I'll journey through with you, but I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay within the Isles. If Sheogorath is there, he may not be pleased to see me.
Ah, right on time. Welcome back.
Look, Haskell! Farkey's back! Oh, it's so nice to see him again! Oh, good to see you too, Mortal, I guess. Wonderful! I'll just take... Forky. Oh, I've missed you so much, Forky. Let's never be parted again. Oh, gives me goosebumps just to hold him in me hand again. Ah, the Wabbajack. Malil held it down in that dusty tomb for so long. Say, why don't you clear its throat? Take it in hand and use it on some of these holier-than-thou temple types. No need to worry, you pretty mortal head. The Wabbajack, it unleashes the potential in everyone. The unrecognized essence of artistic beauty that swells and beats within the... Look, you want the book? Whack some folks with the Wabbajack! Bit rusty, but not bad. So funny watching you mortals muck around with things you can't possibly understand. I'll be needing that back now. And as promised, the book. Well, go ahead. Take it. Once it's yours, it'll send you straight back to Tamriel. Funny how books have a way of transporting you. No? Oh. Simply hold your breath, close your eyes, and count to, let's say, 1,000,000.
So much to do.
you've returned. Do you have the second book? Excellent. The Circus of Cheerful Slaughter? That's quite a title. I'll begin my research immediately. Can't wait to get to it.
Ooh, the
I'm busy with matters of state. Go trouble someone else.
The prince is thoroughly engaged at the moment. Certainly too busy for the likes of you.
You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner. How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches. Good question. You wish to serve the Camoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape. That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy. No, you don't get to question me, not after you slew High Kinlady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh? I suppose that's my burden. Very well. I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit? Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Iren's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tarinway at the Altmer Embassy. An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Iren will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamriel. Rubbish, if you ask me. To promote harmony, she'd tell you. The same reason she picked this bizarre tree city as the Dominion's capital. She wants every member of the Dominion to feel as though they're equal. Oh, we need to be unified against our enemies, and having a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really need all this coddling? The ratification ceremony, the business with the embassy, more problems due to harmony. An archaic...
Did you know your entire future is mapped out in the stars? One must only know how to read them. Not such an enviable skill, though. A mystery that kills the mystery, if you catch my meaning.
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you? You're confident, I'll give you that. Strode right up to the king. Azerith, Vine Dusk Ranger. You could say we keep King Camoran Eredon in touch with his people. Watch yourself. The boughs of the Elden Tree are bright and beautiful, but they cast long shadows. A year ago, the king nearly lost Eldenroot to a civil war. People have long memories. But that's old news. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine.
What do you want?
Haven is free of pirates. Looks like General Endare kicked them out.
What are you afraid of? Words? This one brought his family all the way to Grathwood, expecting a place in our own embassy. Instead, we sit in leaky tents, waiting for promises to be fulfilled.
Excuse me. You are in my light. We are establishing a scene here. You are interfering in art. Please leave.
Whatever you intend to do while here, please refrain from interfering with my model. It has taken me ages to coerce him into catching the light as he has. Any interruption and he might throw a tantrum and storm off.
This one does not wish to die.
This one keeps it. What do you require of a zombie?
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance. Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you? Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn? Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
Everyone is tired of waiting!
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinway's orders. She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside. Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course. The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. What? Did you hear that? I could have sworn it was my captain calling me away.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom. Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find? Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun? What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Irene's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
You there. We need to talk. Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you. King Camoran Eredon had his suspicions about the embassy. Asked me to look into the matter, quietly. We both have a stake in this. We should work together, see where it leads. I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why. Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Black Sap Rebellion. But Black Sap... Saw you standing over the body. King Camoran Eredon had his... I know enough. Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Black Sap Rebellion. But Black Sap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor. The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it. Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee, have someone smuggle her out of Grathwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
First hold, so much death. I hear the place still smells of fire and death.
No, I understand. If you
Ma.
change your mind...
Who took our forms that winter dawn into the moment that came to raise their hands, tied and stand and die in freedom's name. Who stood upon the field and out to answer to every score.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear 'em out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a High Elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinway before she buys passage out of Grathwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
Spare some coin? Or some skooma?
No, thief.
Please, let me go!
Your words are wise, Lakura. Now, come, sit by me and enjoy what we have to offer.
I'll never feel right again.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
He'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving! Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
I wasn't always a beggar.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important.
I'll soon be...
Proxy, fate has plucked you from the flotsam of chaos for this specific moment.
We put hammer.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it. Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very Dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinwe, a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Irene at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Elden Root. It will divine Queen Irene's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings. Doing so would make Queen Irene look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected. Khajiiti political excuses are impossible to discern. I know the Main will not be present, and that's all I care to know. As for the Sylvanar, he died on Kenathi's roost, thought he could negotiate with the filthy sea elves. King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure. Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naaman believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method. Why, we'll look to the past. According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an alien source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful. I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the Khajiiti thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course. The heart of a numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing, but a member of the local mages guild named Laranalda theorizes it's in a local Aeliad ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the heart of a numeral. Conservator Darineth maintains the orrery and has studied the Aeliad monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to South Point for a personal matter. If you can locate her and convince her to return, we'll have our operator. Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Darineth as a missing element.
Haven is free of pirates. Looks like General Endare kicked them out.
Mike once climbed the Elden Tree. Then he learned of the stairs inside. Good thing, for his claws began to hurt. Mike wonders, are the skeletons in Minotaur graveyards half man or half bull? Mike wonders why merchants boast of spacious bags, but never how much weight they carry.
still can't believe it's all gone. What are we going to do? Sorry, friend. If you're here for goods, I'm afraid my supply has run dry. I was researching the Kwama in Burroot Mine, but I had to abandon everything. Even my research was left behind in that mine. Ha! You make it sound so simple. I couldn't ask you to do that. The mine is overrun with aggressive Kwama and packs of vicious thunderbugs. It's too dangerous. It's your neck, I guess. Burroot Mine isn't far, just at the bottom of the waterfall. But my campsite was deep inside the mine, near the bottom, where the Kwama nests were. That's where I left the notes. Thank you. It will mean a lot to me to have my notes back at least. Be careful. Aggravated Kwama are dangerous, to say nothing of the thunderbugs. An infestation of thunderbugs. In 20 years studying the Kwama, I'd never seen anything like it. In the span of a single night, the whole mine was overrun. There's nothing to be done about it now. It wouldn't do any good now. Most of my Kwama were killed. The rest are extremely aggressive now that their nest has been breached. Still, I'll at least get one good chapter out of this, right? Night of the Thunderbugs. Well, the title needs work.
I'm at my wit's end.
My notes? I can't believe it. I thought I'd lost these for good. You can't know what this means to me. This was my life's work. Everything I've learned in 20 years of studying Kwama. I thought I was going to have to give up, find something new. Thank you so much.
What an...
Wandered into the wrong hollow, friend. Justiciars to arms. No one leaves alive.
Aid me!
Oblivion, take the cannonry.
Healer!
By the Imperium... Intruders! End them! We don't... I'm hurt!
Don't slow down now. I will not suffer the Justiciars! I need healing.
Light it up!
Set it ablaze!
Intruders!
I need
Give
aid!
death to them!
Burn it! Light it up!
Well fought.
This is a most bizarre ritual altar.
Hit me!
Blake, now!
From the side!
Set it ablaze!
Oreneth will be pleased with his progress. You orcs know how to dig in the dirt. I'll give you that.
Burn it! Set it ablaze!
You won't stop me. My prince is coming, with an army that will end this war for the ultimate. is not the end.
You have more.
This could be the key to filling in the gaps of the Valenwood variant of the Aliadun tongue. If only we had the missing pieces. Sorry, friend. I have no time to chat. One of my subordinates recently came across something very interesting. Something that could make our time in this dreadful land worthwhile. You? Can you even read Never mind. You have the look of an adventurer, and maybe that is what I need now more than another scholar. It was a stone fragment etched with Aelid runes, found by a fisherman who claimed it washed upon shore. It could be, were I able to get my hands on other fragments. Without them, this piece is useless. Still, the fact that the fisherman found it on the shore could be valuable information. Perhaps there are more ruins somewhere off the coast. Perhaps your interest is genuine. I would gladly accept your help. From the size and shape, I would say we need 4 more pieces. The fisherman claimed he was fishing off the western coast when this stone was found. The others might not be far. Everyone knows the Aelids left many secrets behind, and the more we understand about them, the more we learn about what remains. Their language is part of this, and as the Aelids migrated and split, variations of their language emerged. Correct. We already know there were cultural differences between the Aelids of Cyrodiil and those that settled in Valenwood. Their language varies too, and is less understood than the more common Cyrodiilic. Any writing we find here is significant. You mean this land of buzzing gnats, ticks the size of ponies, and elves who look at anything with meat on its bones as a potential meal? Oh no, I just love it here. Still, the research is what matters. I could really make a difference. Everyone knows the
Help! Oh, help me! Get me out of here! Soldiers. Soldiers everywhere. They've turned our holy site into a slave camp. Get out of here while you still can. Dominion soldiers. They're led by General Indare, the Jade Butcher of Cormount. They forced us to dig for them, to uproot the soil. They're looking for something buried deep in the ground. One of the soldiers called it Rachin's mantle. My friend Braylor seemed really concerned. He asked me to go to Elden Root and warn the Mages Guild. I've never seen him so worried. Braylor is near those glowing stones. Be careful!
You aren't with the pilgrims, are you? Then perhaps you can be of assistance. General Endare scours this place for Rajin's mantle, but the relic must be kept from her hands. Either she misunderstands the dangers, or she thinks they don't apply to her. I'm concerned about its misuse. Unless you're prepared to handle them correctly, relics such as these can corrode you. I would tell General Endare myself, but I don't trust her intentions. Not after she pressed these pilgrims into service. Then she's in luck. I served the 8 divines before joining the Mages Guild. I know what must be done to safely transport a relic such as Rajin's mantle. We'll just need to find it before General Endare does. The Falinesti faithful believe the Welkin stones hold the memories of the walking city. Earlier, I heard soldiers speaking of the same stones. If you can see me past the frost trolls, perhaps we can see what the stones have to do with Rajin's mantle. Regine is a Khajiit trickster god, also worshipped by thieves and deceivers. The Khajiit swap tales of Regine's greatest pranks. It is said his 7 shadows do his bidding throughout Tamriel. Yes, each shadow reflects a different aspect of Regine's personality and power. This could be a convenient metaphor, actual living shadows, or something else entirely. I have a theory, but until I can support it, speculation is less than useless. Perhaps the Welkin stones will reveal more. A famous High Elf general, or infamous, depending on who you ask. Her Jade Dragoons are well respected, but she has an aggressive reputation. Last I heard, she was in Haven. A very good question, which raises another. Regine's mantle is a Khajiit legend. Why does she seek it out in Grathwood, the home of the Wood Elf King? What could have brought it to the Farlanesti Winterside? Arms as tall as a person, an endless hunger, and jaws that can snap off a horse's leg in a single bite. Why am I afraid of frost trolls? The real question is, why aren't you? Let's see what these stones reveal.
Who are you? What brings you into my home?
A simple thief of hearts, come to steal yours from this walking city.
Steal my heart or steal your loins? For your arrow looks a quiver.
Such a lowly mouth can dine anywhere, a trait we both share. What service to our palates should we conjoin in feast?
I am a married woman, so you must starve, unless you care to feast upon yourself.
General Indare can't have been interested in ancient dinner invitations. No, there must be more to this. We should find another Welkin stone and see what we can learn. There must be more to see.
I cannot sleep, and my husband will not wake. What cruel jest is this?
Say the word, Lady Nerume. I will allow you to sleep in my bed.
Scoundrel! You think to steal me from my husband? From the city I call home?
I only stole your sleep, which I gifted to your husband. His inattention must make him harder to love.
What would you know of love, monster? You have none of it, and you will have none of me.
Your protests ring hollow, Lady Nerume. We shall see how much when I steal you away from husband and home.
Who is Lady Nerume? Was that truly Regine's shadow? He seemed rather obsessed with her. We must get to the bottom of this. of its eyes are staring at me.
Never. I would rather freeze until time's end than share one warm moment with you.
So be it. This vault shall forever hold your frozen heart. I leave my mantle to conceal the shame you caused me. Farewell, Merome.
Now we know why the fallen Esti faithful were forced to dig. We should speak of this. General Endari was certain she'd find Rodjine's mantle beneath the fallen Esti winter site. She made the fallen Esti faithful dig for that frozen vault. It seems they have uncovered it. And it would certainly explain the frost trolls. Perhaps Kirtor can help. The fallen Esti faithful aren't led by anyone, but after the soldiers arrived, he worked to keep tempers calm. He may know where to find the vault. Last I saw, he was in an encampment near the dig site. Mostly fallen Esti faithful with a handful of soldiers. We should avoid the site itself. The frost trolls are down there. They're peaceful sorts. Most believe their faith will one day draw the walking city back from wherever it disappeared. You'd be better off asking them to explain their own delusion. I've noted it's not a religious experience for everybody. Some use the annual pilgrimage to hold a revel in Fallen Esti's honor. Any excuse to celebrate. Half an ear! Stuck between its teeth!
Free at last! My thanks!
You travel with Braylor. He has proven himself a friend to the fallen Esti faithful. There are questions written upon your faces. What is it you seek? As was General Endari. When our digging revealed existing tunnels, she pulled us back to our camp before taking her soldiers to the dig site below. Then the frost trolls emerged from the caves. They slaughtered most soldiers left behind. It seems you diverted a frost troll from one of her soldiers. Upon reaching safety, the knowledge you seek was passed to me. She was last seen in the northernmost cave of the dig site. She pressed us into service in the search for Rodjine's mantle. Initially, their treatment was harsh. But I spoke with her directly and proposed she take a lighter approach. In return, I would convince the fallen Esti faithful to assist her efforts. Yes, she saw the wisdom in my words. A reasonable request earned a reasonable response. A true shame the rest of Tamriel doesn't work like that.
We fought all over Tamriel, but never frost trolls. How can you...
Frost trolls in Grathwood? The world has gone mad. I shouldn't talk about it. Look, General Endari has been very interested in old relics. A little while ago, she pulled our main force out of Haven and came here. Except for the contingent she sent to Ossuary of Telekar, of course. Artifacts, you know, something she can use to help strengthen the Dominion, should it start to fall apart. The Black Sap Rebellion nearly tore the Wood Elves in two. and only General Indare was able to end it. King Camoran Eridan is just a puppet. Everyone knows Queen Irene pulls his strings. But what good is a puppet if you can't control it? Not exactly. She wants Queen Irene to be strong. Just imagine, if the Queen had all the power, she could cut through Wood Elf or Khajiiti objections. No more debates, just swift, certain action.
Are you another soldier, come to loose trolls upon the Valenwood? How can so many know my name after all these years? Yes, I am Narame. I hope to stem the tide of frost trolls by sealing their egress, but ice is the only form I may take beyond the walls of my prison. Tell me why you are here. You are not the first. General Indare broke through to my prison in search of the same. I will aid you in seeking Regine's mantle, but only if you swear to free me. Regine's mantle is the key to my prison beneath the Fallen Esti winter site. If I but touch its hem, it will steal all my hatred for Regine's shadow and fill the void with love. I'll make lute strings of his innards first. Only another may safely free me. A cruel and spiteful jest. To show me I was powerless in his clutches. Worse, to kindle hope my husband would come to free me, then smother that hope with his continued absence. But Regine's shadow knows nothing of love. I did not waver, not once. There is another cave, sealed by a frost-covered door. It leads to my prison. If you swear to free me, I will allow you inside to speak of Regine's mantle. I was delighted to speak with another after so long, but once inside, she ignored me entirely. Then in her haste to find Regine's mantle, she loosed the frost trolls. Regine's shadow suspended them in my prison to guard against invaders. It seems they had never before supped on the flesh of men or mer. But once they did, it was a terrible frenzy. General Indare spoke of it being the second era. It seems I was trapped here in the first. There. Come. Let us speak of Regine's mantle. This way! I'm in here! My prison holds me in complete solitude for centuries, yet 2 visitors arrive on the same day. But we have little time. General Andari has pushed deeper into the prison. Take this ring. It's my wedding band. It's the one thing I hold dear in this wretched place. Should you bring it to the inner vault, I can join you in icy form. I'll warn you of the dangers and aid you against them. You swore you would free me! Forgive me. The promise of freedom ruins my manners. You should do what you must, and what you are willing. I will not press you to betray who you are, not on my account. Very little, unfortunately. It may be a divine piece of the god Regine, gifted to his shadow. Why he would squander it upon me is beyond my comprehension. Why would anyone want a piece of the trickster god? The answer is usually power. But for what purpose, I cannot say. I was no mage when Regine's shadow first stole me from Fallen Esti, but I've studied every inch of this icy prison. With effort, I learned to sap away its energy. It's what allows me to form the icy construct, as we first met. Direct my wedding band at any foe. I can use it as a focus to freeze your enemies for a short time. I've been trapped here for so long. To feel the sun upon my face again. Just to think of its indulgence. I know little of use beyond the walls of this prison, but I'll answer what I can. General Andari's soldiers were no match for the inner vault. Step carefully.
take it from me! Who are you? And why are you dragging that frost witch behind you? Out with it! You? I'm a decorated general of the Aldmeri Dominion, a hero to my people. Who better qualified to wield the power of a god? But I found Rajine's mantle. Why should Queen Irene be the one to wear it? I've been fighting since before she was born. You're right. We were overrun. I thought to use its power to slay our foes, but I couldn't stop. I killed my own soldiers. I can feel it, bringing my shadow to life. You must stop me, no matter the cost. No. You're trying to trick me. Trick the trickster god. Huh. I can see through your lies. I won't give it to you or anyone. You'll fall to Rajine's shadow. You aren't worthy of its power. Both of me will defeat you.
You've done it! Grab Regine's mantle so you might free me. I can't believe my eyes. You hold it in your hands. Now to break my bonds from this horrid prison. Removing Regine's mantle from the inner vault weakened the magic of the prison. Now you must break it, once and for all. Regine's mantle is a slippery thing, especially with enchantments that bind its bearer. Place it upon the brazier at the heart of this room, and it will smother the curse upon me. Have no fear. The relic will come to no harm. Soon I'll leave this place and return to my home. I'd nearly lost all hope.
Lady Nehrume, you denied my love, and now I deny your journey home. If you beg my forgiveness, convincingly, I'll return the walking city from where I stole it.
What? Could that filth spirit away all of Fallen Esty? He took the walking city? He took my home? Or is this another of his lies? What else can I do but seek my home? But everything is so different now. General Indare mentioned an Aldmeri Dominion, yet I don't know what that means. Without someone to guide me, I may as well prostrate myself before Regine's shadow. Truly? Then I must find this Braylor and see what he knows of Fallen Esty. I should seek him out, and see the sky again with my own eyes.
last, I'm free.
You say the frost trolls surrounded your prison for how many years? Truly detestable, my lady.
They were quite terrifying, even when projecting my construct in their midst.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but you're alive! We heard some terrible noises in the caves below. What happened? And you freed Lady Nerume! She's quite agreeable, and could prove to be a living repository of knowledge regarding the Walking City. I hope General Endare didn't give you any trouble. I see. I don't know why she did all of this, but she was once a hero. I can't imagine her soldiers will take it well. But as you see, such relics are dangerous. I can deliver it to the Elden Root Mages Guild where its powers can be contained. I'll alert the Ultima Embassy when I've returned to Elden Root. Once I have it at the Mages Guild, I'll see if I can discern a safer way to handle it during her ratification ceremony. Excellent. I can't bear to think of the outcome had you not been here. But no matter. Lady Nerume and I will return to Elden Root as soon as it's safe.
If you hear anything of Fallen Esty in your travels, please send word to Braylor. I expect I'll be traveling with him for quite some time. After all, I am quite adept at driving off the frost trolls.
Once Regine's mantle is secured at the Elden Root...
return. Did you have any luck finding the remaining fragments?
Enough! This is more than I even dreamed of. I think this might even allow me to piece together the complete tablet. Variations in the runes, slightly altered structure. Yes, this is very exciting.
Thank you. A find like this is incredibly rare. It could greatly advance our understanding of the Valenwood Aelids and their unique dialect. I must begin translating immediately. Everyone knows the Aelids left many secrets behind, and the more we understand about them, the more we learn about what remains. Their language is part of this, and as the Aelids migrated and split, variations of their language.
Sings to me, but it is a song of sorrow. Something must be done.
So much to report, I don't know where to start.